Patch 13.13 does not have a lot of changes for support, but I still wanted to cover it because it's the last patch of the split and it's also 3 weeks long. PSA Split 1 ends on July 17th, so make sure to push for those ranks if you have the time. Jumping right in, Annie got the damage on her Q nerfed, but this doesn't affect support Annie that much since you should be maxing E and W before Q. Nico got some pretty big nerfs with increases to her cooldown on her Q, damage reduced on W, and her ult being changed so that she is revealed for her ult. Rel got some slight adjustments with decreases to her health regen growth, base magic resistance, and magic resistance growth. She got increased bonus damage to monsters on her Q. Her W crash down shield was lowered, but the dismount attack speed is now a flat 30, and they buffed her damage on her E to monsters. One really big bug fix that affects supports this patch is the fix to the amount of chain shield granted by Moonstone. The shield was based on the number of shields per spellcast and not allies shielded. I'd recommend trying out supports with AoE shields because they can get crazy value now. Here's my solo queue support tier list for 13.13. It's pretty similar to my 13.112, so I'm not going to go over all the champs over A, but I wanted to talk about some key points. Rel is no longer Z tier after the small nerfs, but she is still currently the best support. One of my favorite picks that I recently picked up is Poppy. I think she's hidden OP because she's perfect in this engage heavy support meta and her base stats are just super strong. I don't usually shill off meta supports, but I was stomping games in Grandmaster/Challenger with her and it felt really free. The last thing I want to update about the tier list is Ashe. I thought she would be pretty terrible after they removed the Helia and Echo's interaction, but after some testing, I think she is pretty good. If you play her in the right matchup, build correctly, and utilize her kit to the fullest, she becomes very hard to deal with. This was my tier list for this patch. I usually do big breakdowns, but because this update was so small, this was all I wanted to touch up on. If you want more details on each champ in A+ tier, you can check out my last tier list video. Good luck climbing these last 2 weeks for the split summoners.